Hey, hello everyone, Ranjit this side. So in this video, we'll be going through outliers. These outliers come in as a result of, let's say, very big financial change in the market, or let's say some error in the data workflow pipeline. It could be a wrong price as well, right? And it's really important to remove these kind of outliers, or let's say to know these kind of outliers, because these can really influence the machine learning algorithms when we process the data. These do influence the models that we will be creating in the future. Let's check if there is a outlier, a miss. So see, 2008 was a time when there was a big fluctuation in the market, or let's say big drop in the market, and then gradually it rose up as well. But probably we'll be able to find some outliers. Let me try in Varun Beverages Limited stock. So yeah, let's start this. Download, let's say Varun Beverages Limited dot NS, which is Indian stock market ticker name for Varun Beverages. Start date, let's give it 2018. Let me just check since when we have Varun Beverages. Okay, so we have Varun Beverages since 2017. Let's say 2017 01 and then end date could be yesterday 2023 08 19. Progress bar is equal to false. I don't want to see the progress bar. Okay, let's see data frame. I don't want to see the whole data. Okay, let me just check the ending as well. It was 80. Anyways, so today is 19th, but we don't have the weekend data. Okay, good. Now let's calculate the return percentage. So we will use rolling percentage or a percentage change, and then df is equal to, now we will add return to the data frame. So df return dot copy, right? And then we will see. Okay, now let's calculate the 21-day rolling mean and then a standard deviation, right? So we have mean and standard deviation. Now let's drop these levels. So we will say rolling is equal to dot columns is equal to, so we dropped this level, right? Return level. Now we have two columns, mean and standard. Okay, so not a number is there because we are creating rolling mean window of 21 days. So we will not see the data for first 21 days, and then it starts to create the mean, which is very common. Now let's join this data with the actual data frame. So df is equal to df dot join, right? So we are joined, right? So now we have return, mean and standard deviation. Okay, now see, now we need to create or analyze the upper bound and the lower bound, because whatever above that upper bound and the lower bound is or will be considered outlier, right? So we are using 3 as a standard deviation. So let's say m sigma is equal to 3, and then df upper mean and sigma into df standard, right? And then for the lower will be similar, but lower, and then mean minus sigma into df, right? Now let's identify. Okay, now let's identify the threshold. So let's say df, oh sorry, outlier. um Outlier is equal to df upper, df return should be greater than upper, and df return, right? Okay, done. Now what is this basically is doing is see, like I said, the outliers will be if the return is greater than the upper, or if the return is lesser than the lower. So suppose now we have two thresholds, like the upper bound and the lower bound, and whichever the return is above that upper bound or below the lower bound is will be considered the outlier. We will do the graph for this to understand it better. So let's say figure and ax is equal to plt dot plots. Let me now we have a blank figure, right? So I called this library. Now let's do this. If data frame, now we have return upper lower dot plot, and then ax is equal to ax df Varun the beverages limited returns ax dot legend. Let's say location equals to center left. Let's try this. Hopefully there is no error. Right. Center left is not a valid value for LOC. Center left. What did I write over here? The spelling probably, yeah, center spelling. What else? BB box from bounds missing one required position argument height. Come on. Sorry. Should come together. Okay, let's run this and then this. Okay, so we have outliers. We have couple of outliers. So let's see. Yeah, we do, but it's like in 2018 there was a outlier which went outside the outbound, but normally there's no nothing below the or lower bound, right? I mean, which is good. But yeah, there have been only couple of let's say outliers, but it's good to find because that is very much important, right? So I'll just go through it what we did over here. Let me just cancel it maybe. So what we did over here, first we brought the data from Yahoo Finance and then we created a return because return is important to calculate if there is an outlier or not, or to compare the outliers data. Right. So what we did, we created a return column with Windows 21 rolling. So basically, we are creating a mean and standard deviation of 21 days, right? So this is what we did. We do not needed any other data. So we only needed the adjusted close because adjusted close is the data which we get it after stock split or the dividend. And then we created or we dropped this return level because we do not needed that, and then we added the data back to the columns or the main data frame that we had. And after that we created two levels, which is upper and lower, and then we created a outlier. So outlier again, like we said, if the return is greater than the upper, and then if the return is lower than the lower bound, right? And then we created the graph, and then we can clearly see in the graph. Now what we can also do is, let's create this function because this will be used very frequently in the upcoming sessions. So let me just create a function for this. Outliers, define, identify outlier, right? And then what all we can pass in this function. Let's pass, of course we will be passing the data frame, right? What else did we pass? We passed column. Let's do this first. So data frame is equal to data frame of column, right? So that's what we did first, and then we created the rolling window. See, why did we okay, so why are we creating a function of the rolling window? Basically, this 21, no, this can be taken as a parameter as well. The reason being, sometimes the better way of calculating, or let's say when we are creating the back testing, right? So this value can be treated as a variable, right? So let's use it as window size, right? What else? And then what we did, we dropped level, right? Okay. After that, we joined, and then we created this one. So this sigma can also be a variable, or yeah, it can be treated as a parameter. So let's pass this as well, and sigma, right? So let me pass this, and then we can return this. See, why did we did this? Because in the future we'll be using this function, and then at that point it will be easy to calculate the, or return the outlier, right? I think this is good. We did a good video to find the outliers. So yeah, thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.